3 years ago, I did decide to rip up my Law Society card and say, I've had enough, I'm not going to do this anymore, and I did the age-old thing that you should all do at one point in your life. Sit down with your husband and say, if we won $1 million, what would we do? But the difference between your game and my game is I'm actually going to do it, even though we don't have $1 million. And what was very interesting, and I had never really thought it through, never really given myself permission to really think about it. I said, I really want to make a difference. You know what? All my life I've said I want to make the world a better place. Well, what on earth am I doing? Practicing law, pounding my fist on the table, tying these things in knots and fighting with people, and how big a difference am I really making? And what's interesting is every single person I've met since I decided to do that, every single person wants to make a difference. I decided to do only two things. One is work with people I liked and who brought out the best in me. I encourage you to do that, definitely. And only do work I love. Well, my biggest problem, as Gloria pointed out, I've done a lot of things. I've been a professor. I've been an author. I've been a mother. I went through all the things. I was a ski instructor when I was 18. I didn't know what I could do, so I did what every normal person would do, and I read 300 books, right? Of course you do. But in order to distinguish yourself, it's not on those things called knowledge or skills, because that's great. But when I went through all of these books and all of these books on purpose in life, it's what you care about. What you care about. 2 weeks ago, I was in Toronto giving a keynote to a group of professionals, and the fellow who was on before me, his name was John Gray, and he happens to be a communications expert as well. But then he launched into a full hour of what to do and not to do in a powerful presentation. And I listened and going, oh my God, and just getting more nervous and more nervous. And I started going, okay, Maureen, okay, like you. Okay, let's see, I've got some stories. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I've got a little bit of humor. You tell me later if I pass on this one. And I've got a call to action. Okay, the three big ones, I've got them, I can do that. But then what was interesting is as I reflected on a prior speaker, let me show you this picture. She was 72 years old. She'd been a lawyer practicing in Hamilton forever. She had overcome phenomenal hurdles to do what she had to do. She got up. Oh, my goodness. I was going to talk about something, but frankly, given my age, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And then she launched into perhaps the most powerful talk I've ever heard in my life. Did she have all of the 10 requirements of a powerful presentation? No. But you know what she did have that this fellow had completely overlooked? And it happens to be the topic that I'm going to talk to you about today. Authenticity. There's a fellow I mentioned in my book who I call Joe Mattis. That's not his real name, but he did come to me about a year ago, and he was so excited. These people who finally left the drudgery of working, and they're finally going to go off on their own, and they're just so excited. And I meet a lot of those people. And he said he had been in retail forever. These people who get pushed all the way up to manager, and then guess what? That's it. The owners don't ever want to share the manager. So he just decided he was going to go off on his own. He was going to set up his own retail shop. And so when he came to me, he said, Maureen, I finally figured it out. I know exactly what I want to do. I want to set up a shoe shop. Why do you want to sell shoes? Make money, right. Oh, what was I thinking? Of course, to make money. Let's say next week, Julie Giuliano, who happens to come from an Italian heritage, opens up a shop right next door to you. And guess what? Julie Giuliano loves leather, loves fashion, loves women, loves retail, and you're going to tell me in about a year's time, that woman's a workaholic. That's why she's doing so much better than me. Or that woman just goes to all those parties and schmoozes all those people, and that's why she's doing so much better than me. And I say, no, it's actually a little bit more simple. She may or may not make more money than you. I don't know. But I do know this. I'm very sure of this, and I'm going to talk to you, of course, more about this in a minute. She will be happier because she's working in a way that's aligned with her uniqueness, aligned with her authenticity. I have to tell you my hidden agenda. My hidden agenda is to empower all of you to find your right fit. And when you find your right fit, you will have the biggest impact that you can possibly have in the world. And to me, that's rising to your highest good. You have to become the captain of your own ship, the driver of your own bus. You will not have any more choices anymore. So the extent to which you're doing it now will benefit you in the long run.